Shipments of some of the highly anticipated Oculus VR headsets are being delayed. But just how much is this delay going to hurt its parent company, Facebook? Joining us now to talk all about it is Mark Spoonauer. He's editor-in-chief of Tom's Guide. And Mark, I guess the basic question right off the bat is, shouldn't Oculus/Facebook have expected this kind of demand given all of the buzz surrounding Oculus with its VR headset? And how do you ultimately think this impacts Facebook overall?
Yeah, there's no question they should have been ready for this. I mean, when you think about it, the Rift first debuted back in 2013 at CES, and ever since then, it's been building up this momentum and hype and anticipation. So to not be ready at launch because of component shipments, and they're not saying which ones, is pretty much inexcusable. So especially since with the early adopters, you're trying to reach them. They're the ones that are going to be your evangelist, giving you the positive word of mouth for that second wave of shipments. So now everyone's going to have to be in that second wave, or at least a fair number of people.
Well, Mark, I mean, we understand right now that Oculus is a big part of the narrative of Facebook going forward, but it's by no means a major driver of it. It's a very small component of Facebook. So how exactly does this impact Facebook's overall financial outlook or its stock price?
Yeah, nothing in the near term, because when you think about virtual reality, most of the momentum right now for the masses is behind mobile. So for example, over the weekend, a friend of mine, I didn't even know he had a Gear VR. He sent me a text saying, I'm watching the Villanova game in virtual reality. It's awesome. So that person doesn't know, A, that there is a Rift, or B, that he needs an expensive gaming PC in order to power it. So I think in this case, the damage is going to be minimal, but they're going to have to work out the kinks in order to regain that momentum with those critical early adopters.
All right, so it may be minimal in terms of impact overall, but will this impact the expected user's experience and the view of Oculus and its headsets at all, given this kind of a delay?
Yeah, I think in retrospect, what I think Oculus should have done, they should have waited until not only until they had the components ready, but also the touch controllers ready, because I've seen some of the demos, I've walked through them, where you can use your hands in that virtual reality space. And what they're doing with this delay is they're giving the HTC Vive, which is shipping with those touch controllers, basically a gift. Because they're saying, like, we're not ready, here's this alternative, and I think they're giving more fuel for people to really think about an alternative.
Well, let's hit on that a little bit more, because that was my next question here.
Yeah.
You take a look at Oculus, you take a look at all the other competitors, the landscape overall for VR.
Yep.
This kind of a, if you want to call it a misstep, some will characterize it as a misstep. So how does this really kind of benefit other VR headset makers? Which one stands to really benefit the most in the case of what happened with Oculus and the delays?
Well, for sure, it's got to be HTC and the Vive, which is a partnership with Valve. They're going to benefit the most because they're launching tomorrow. And like the Rift, you need a powerful gaming PC in order to enjoy it. But what the Rift doesn't have that the Vive does is that it maps your room around you so you can walk around that VR space, and it's going to ship with the touch controllers. There is that $200 premium. We're talking at $799 for the HTC product versus $599 for the Rift. But because of this delay, some people might be sort of second guessing where they should go, and that might justify the premium. And that really gets me back to my main point, is that I think what Oculus should have done is, instead of just shipping something that was good enough, they should have shipped something that was great and on time.
All right, so it sounds like Oculus has a bit of a misstep here, but it could recover, but that doesn't mean it doesn't open the door for some of its competitors. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. That's Mark Spoonauer. He's the editor-in-chief over at Tom's Guide. And thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.